Good morning. Next topic, non-renewable energy resources. In the non-renewable energy resources, these are not easily regenerated within a given span of time. Okay. So in these resources, first one is coal, second one is crude oil, and third one is natural gas, and fourth one is nuclear energy. These are the four non-renewable energy resources. So in the first one, these are coal, natural gas, and crude oil is also known as fossil fuels. So these fossil fuels are nothing but under high temperature and high pressure, and the dead plants and animals are buried under high temperature and high pressure conditions. These are converted into a solid, liquid, and gaseous state material. If it is a gaseous state material, then that is known as natural gas. If it is a liquid, that is crude oil. If it is a solid, that is coal material. So these coal materials are mainly three types. Depends upon the percentage of carbon present in the coal substance. So the if the coal contains 90% of the carbon, then that is anthracite coal material. If it is 80 to 90%, that is known as bituminous coal. These are the major two coal substances. And last one is lignite, that is less than 80%. And next one is natural gas. In the natural gas composition, it is mainly contains methane as the main gas, and remaining gases are that is present in less than 5%. This is the cleanest gas that is present in our atmosphere. And this natural gas is mainly used for domestic purpose and industrial or power generation. Is also very useful, and this is the cleanest gas with a less pollutants. And next one is crude oil. So this is also a fossil fuel. This crude oil is refined by using fractional distillation process. In the fractional distillation process, it is a tower, and you need to supply a high amount of energy. This crude oil is gets separated or purified and condensed the gases based on the boiling point. So the last one is the low boiling liquids are collected at first level, and high boiling liquids are collected at the last level. So here the petroleum is a crude oil. From petroleum to petrol, kerosene, diesel. These are the few byproducts of the crude oil. And the liquid petroleum gas LPG is the under high pressure conditions. This gas is collected and filled in the gas chambers, that is known as LPG cylinders. This is a fossil fuel. Burning of fossil fuels releases chemicals and substances. The major environmental impacts are, so it contaminates the air and water. So this is a fossil fuel, that means dead plants and animals. So these plants contains sulfur and nitrogen as an impurities. Uh, Plants and animals, because in their survival, sulfur and nitrogen parts a important role. So these may present as a vitamins and minerals in the form. So high pressure and high temperature conditions, sulfur may present as an impurity in the fossil fuels. So when the sulfur involves in the combustion reaction, it releases SOx gases. Similarly, nitrogen is converted into ammonia type form or NOx gases into the atmosphere. And so these are the pollutants released into the atmosphere. A common product from the fossil fuel is plastic materials. It's a long chain polymer molecule. While we continually use the fossil fuels, so it gets a heavier liquid. That heavy liquid again under pyrolysis and under cracking conditions again it is converted into a fuel substance like petroleum. So from these again there are certain types of byproducts are there, that is wax material, plastic type materials, heavy oils. Using heavy oils we can prepare rubber material, paint material, fabric materials, and plastic materials. So these are three R approach, that is reduce, reuse, and recycling approach. We can protect our environment from the fossil fuel burning process. And next one is nuclear energy. This nuclear energy is mainly generated by nuclear fission reactions. So there are two reactions are involved in the nuclear in two reactions involved in the energy generation. One is nuclear fission and next one is nuclear fusion. So when a high speed neutron is bombarded with the when an atom heavier nuclei is bombarded with the high speed neutron, and it releases huge amount, it can split into two lighter nuclei and it releases huge amount of energy, that is known as nuclear fission reactions. And second one is nuclear fusion reaction, that is two lighter nuclei is converted into a heavier nuclei. In this process again some amount of mass is lost. That mass is converted into a energy in form, that is nuclear fusion. First one is nuclear fission and second one is nuclear fusion reactions. Generally this nuclear fusion reaction is happen in the sun, and nuclear fission reactions is the nuclear reactor. So we are using a controlling rods and we are using a substance that is uranium 235 isotope we are using as a substance, as a fuel substance. So this in this controlling rod, this is the, I mean, this fuel substance is placed in, and that is using controlling rods we are operating. So a a high speed neutron is bombarded with the heavier nuclei and it releases huge amount of energy. This energy is immediately transferred to the coolant substance. This coolant is absorbed this energy and converted into and converting the low temperature to high temperature, and subsequently it produces steam. This steam energy is used to rotate the turbines, and from the steam energy to it is initially converted into mechanical energy, and from the mechanical energy to from the generator again it's converted into electrical energy. This electrical energy we are using for the multiple applications. These are the non-renewable energy resources. These are the major advantages and disadvantages of nuclear energy. So production of large amount of energy is the huge amount of energy is produced with a small amount of fuel substance, and it is a quite efficient power source, and nuclear energy is not affected by outside conditions. So it's not affected by temperature or climatic conditions, and there is no fossil fuels are required to produce nuclear energy. That is also an important one, and it is an inexpensive when compared with the remaining energy sources. And nuclear energy is quite reliable power source, and in this energy is pollution free, and the power is rather low. And these are the major advantages of nuclear energy. And there are some disadvantages also there. First one is Construction cost is its establishment cost is very high, and it takes so many years. Nuclear waste has to be treated properly, otherwise using there are some radiations are released from the nuclear substances, so radioactive elements. It's very difficult, and the transportation of radioactive materials is very risky, and the mining of uranium is also very dangerous. Nuclear accident, there is a prone to nuclear accidents and nuclear wars also. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of nuclear energy. All these are comes under the name of non-renewable energy resources. Thank you.